Okay, so this is the second week of my garden. Today is Tuesday, May the 25th, 2021. And things are coming along here, so let me take you on a quick tour. Here is my first row of tomatoes, and I actually have some good new growth on here. The first one here is a cherry. This is called a chocolate sprinkles, I think. This one we had to buy at the store because my dog ate my black cherry seedling. Then these two plants are opalka. These are paste types. And they were pretty sad when I planted them, but they have some good new growth. Then these two are Amish paste. This one on the left-hand side here, I started. This one on the right-hand side, though, I bought at the store, and I'm not sure what's going on with it here. The new growth kind of looks a little strange and like serrated here. And I don't know if y'all can see, it just looks a little like misshapen and odd. It almost looks a little bit like herbicide damage, but I don't know why or how that would happen, because all of these are planted in the exact same soil and none of the other ones are affected like this. I hope it's not like a disease. I think there's like it's called curly top or something like that, and I hope that's not the case, because all of my other tomatoes are looking pretty good. This is a Bonnie Best. It's looking good. As you see, a lot of these, they got some sunburn when I transplanted them, but they're all coming back and looking good. This one is a Rosella Crimson. It's from the Dwarf Tomato Project, so it will probably only get up to the top of this cage here, and it's a semi-determinate variety, so it will just get to a certain height and then put off all its fruit. So the cage should be fine. This is also a Rosella Crimson. I decided to grow these again this year because I grew them last year, and that was the best tasting tomato I've ever tasted. So now down this row are my indeterminate slicers. This one is my Black Ethiopian. That's like a medium size. It's kind of like an oblong type of fruit, and it's one of the purple varieties. It's very tasty, good flavor. This is my Green Zebra, which is a green one ripe, but it does have green striping, and then so it's green and yellow striping when it's ripe. Very good. That's a very tart and tangy tomato. This here is my I think that's my Cherokee Purple, which is also a dark purple type tomato. Very, very tasty. It's almost like a very rich, almost smoky kind of tomato flavor. This is my Pink Berkeley Tie-Dye. This is a Wild Boar Farms variety, and it will be, when it's ripe, it will be pink with green kind of swirly stripes. I've grown this a couple years ago, and it was really, really good. And it's really cool looking. And this is my Black Crim. This is another purple type tomato, similar to Cherokee Purple, except the Black Crim I think is a little richer in flavor. Very excited. And please forgive my long grass. My husband has to mow. This is my Black Beauty. It has grown quite a good bit, and when I was out here the other day, I thought I saw, yes, here is a blossom. It looks like a fasciated blossom, which is like where there's more than one fused together, which I may or may not pull. And I was looking on here, I think there might be some aphids getting to this. I will have to do something about that. So then these are my peppers down here. This one here is Quadrato d'Asti Giallo, It's a big, blocky bell pepper that's yellow. I've grown the Quadrato d'Asti Rosso before that's red, and that one was good. This bowl here, it's a slug trap that I've made. It's just beer inside there, and the slugs will crawl in there and have a nice time before they drown. This is a sheep-nosed pimento. I've never grown this one before. It had good reviews on Baker Creek, so we'll see how that goes. This is my King of the North. This is a very reliable producer for me in many past years. It's a nice blocky red bell, and it's pretty early. I think it's meant for northern climates, but it works pretty well here in Zone 7A in the Washington, D.C. metro area very well. This is my Etuda, which is an orange bell. I have not grown this before. I just liked it was really pretty in the Baker Creek catalog, so I decided, and I wanted a variety of colors of bell peppers this year. This is this is from a cayenne pepper seed that I saved last year. I think I said in my last video, I don't think this actually is a cayenne pepper. I think this pepper probably crossed with something. So I'll be interested to see what it looks like. It'll be cool. This is my fish pepper. I do think this is actually a fish pepper. This is from seed I also saved myself. And I've got a little marigold here. This is Orange Flame Marigolds. And a quick shout out to my irrigation system here. This is from Gardner Supply Company. It's the Snip and Drip soaker system. And oh my gosh, it is like the best thing ever. It just plugs into my hose at the end here, and then the water runs down all these green hoses and funnels down to the soaker hoses that go all the way down each row. It's great. I am very, very pleased with it. There is my defender, my garden defender, and my beans have sprouted. This half of my beans is dragon tongue, and then I've got the Blue Lake bush beans further up. It looks like a lot more of the dragon tongues have sprouted than the Blue Lake. So I think the Blue Lake last year took a little longer to come up, but they're starting to, which is good. I just hope birds aren't getting to them. I haven't seen many flying around. This is the poblano pepper that was really lanky that I got from the store, my local nursery, and I topped it, and now I have all of this awesome new growth down the plant. I highly recommend doing that if you have a really lanky pepper. I've never tried that before, and I'm really pleased with how that's working. This is a Scotch bonnet here. Something's been eating on it, I'm not sure. I thought maybe slug, but I haven't caught any slugs, so I don't know. If anyone has any ideas, please let me know. This is my Sugar Rush Peach. It's looking great. Beautiful, beautiful. Lots of new growth. This is my jalapeno. It's a little slower. And then that is my habanero. And then I've got a little marigold there. And then here on the trellis, this trellis also is the Titan A-frame from Gardner Supply. Really liking that. And then here you can see, and then there's one in the center that's starting to come up a little bit. And then there, yeah, right there, those are Charente melons, which is an old French muskmelon variety. We've grown them before. They're absolutely delicious, unmatched flavor. I haven't grown them in many years, and I'm really excited. So I hope we get a good crop of those. And my cilantro is growing nicely. This okra is kind of behind, needs to catch up a little bit. Then these are all my okra here. On the left hand side, these are the Clemson Spineless, and these are from seeds that I saved last year. This is just like a classic green okra. They were very prolific last year. They grew too tall for me to pick by the end of the season last year. They were delicious. I made lots of fried okra, lots of pickled okra. It was like even too much for me. Then this is on the right hand side, this is Jing Orange, and the reason I bought these seeds, it was on the cover of the Baker Creek catalog this last year. Gorgeous, gorgeous variety, so I had to have it for my garden. Another little marigold. And then here, you can see these are Boston pickling cucumbers. I had one planted here, but it looks like it didn't come up. I might resow it. But excited for these cucumbers. I'm hoping to have a good harvest so I can make some pickles. And then my flowers are here. Look like they're doing well. These are Double Dutch Purple Cosmos, zinnias, cosmos. This poor Cosmo is not doing that well. It hasn't really grown any. I hope it does okay. But I have more seed I can resow. Then more zinnias. These are my basil, which are growing really nice. Here's Genovese. This is Blue Spice. I really like this one. It's a little on the fruity side, so it's good like in fruit salads. Oregano is here, and then that is Siam Queen, which is a really anisey Thai style basil, and that is holy basil there. So I got that hoping to make some tea. And then I have one chamomile plant and another chamomile. I'm hoping to also make some chamomile tea this year. I have parsley and another parsley down there. They're kind of looking, they got pretty sunburnt, but it looks like they've got some new growth that's looking nice. This is a thyme. This is called silver thyme. And I mean, it's pretty cool looking. It's not just like a straight up green German type thyme. I have that over in another area. I love thyme. And then that is sage. That is a tricolor sage. I also love sage. I like the colorful varieties. They're beautiful. And then I have another little marigold. And then further along, I have a couple of other areas that I have planted that I'd like to show you. If anyone has any ideas about what's going on with that one tomato plant, I'd be very interested. Don't think it's herbicide damage. So here, this is actually where I planted last year. And the sun is really... So this is a golden sage, and I totally did not think this was going to come back. But it did, and it's huge, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm really pleased. And then here, this is a Munstead lavender that I planted this year. And then back here, it's kind of shaded out, but this is just German thyme. And then here, I've got the sun. I've got 5 hills of watermelon. These are Orange Glow watermelon. And these, this hill, and that hill have all come up. The ones in the back haven't, and I'm worried that possibly slugs got to them. So here are little watermelon seedlings poking up. And then I've got one here. And I've got 2 there, which is exciting. If these don't come up, I may just try to transplant one of these watermelon. Very excited to have some watermelon. I've heard really good things about Orange Glow. That's a orange fleshed variety. And then this area is a place where I grew grafted tomatoes last year. That was a really fun experiment. Didn't do that again. It's probably the rootstock that I picked last year was not the best for grafting. I had a lot of nice green growth and they grew crazy. But the fruiting took a long time, and I wasn't as pleased with the fruiting on it. So, and I just didn't do it this year. It really wasn't, I don't think it was worth the amount of effort that it took. Now I might be eating my words if I get disease this year. So this here is butternut squash. This is the Waltham. And there's one up there. And there's another one up there. So really excited. Please let me know what you think, and we'll do another garden walk next week.